This is where his house was, and Happy's the one who built it. It was a commission because, he wasn't that versed in building. He was just one prankster type.
Oh, Happy's the one that you told me his area was cursed.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't honestly remember using that word, but I probably did. But anyway, the guy that used to live here is one of the guys that helped me set up my Discord because I was new to Discord entirely, and he helped me set things up permission wise, and then they ended up getting all kerfuffled, and I ended up having to fix them multiple times. But he was with most of the beginning streams, and at a certain point, Moz decided we're going to do a new project. Do you want to be in on it? So I'm like, all right, cool, I'll join in. And this guy was watching all of our content and deciding he wanted to get involved, even though he wasn't invited to the project. But he was making a nuisance of himself and making everyone on edge. So Maz had a talk with him, and eventually they figured out what they were going to do about it. And in one of the new seasons, he joined in. He was good for a little bit, but then he was just a cocky bastard and decided he wasn't going to listen to anything anybody had to say, including the server owner. So
Oof.
we had a falling out, and at one point he straight up basically told me to get my head out of my ass. Like, I'm not the one with my head up it. You're the one acting like everything revolves around you because you don't have anybody listening to you in your life.
Ugh.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it was
so you basically
uncomfortable.
so you basically kicked him and ripped his house down at the same time.
Oh yeah, because of his little issue, and yeah, that was on my birthday, by the way, that he had the nerve to say that. He was one of my closer friends at the time until that happened, and yeah, threw me for a loop. So I decided I'm gonna step away from technology. I'm gonna go to the laundromat, get my shit done. I was venting to my mother, of all people, and while I'm standing there looking toward the doorway, this other woman decides she's going to come into the laundromat with her daughter. And because I'm just standing there moving my hands around because I'm animated over it, like I'm actually hurt, I want to vent and I have to talk with my hands, she thinks I'm talking about them walking in and referencing her daughter because my hand happens to look that way and I'm just pointing toward a door because I was talking about leaving. Like, there's the door, and immediately assumes I'm like some pedophile or some shit because I pointed towards a minor who happened to be walking in the door and I wasn't even looking at her. It's like, yeah, it was a rough day and I almost went to prison because I almost beat the shit out of the mom. It's like, just because someone's animated doesn't mean it has anything to do with you, doesn't mean it has anything to do with your kid. You don't need to bring anybody else into your bullshit.
Yeah, that's a rough day.
And I was already losing a friend, and my birthday had already been just screwed up because my father was still around, and he was on the account for the internet. I was trying to get my own internet added on to the account, and he wanted nothing to do with it, had no knowledge of it happening, and was like, you didn't talk to me about this. Like, I don't talk to you at all, you son of a bitch. Shut up.
Yeesh.
Yeah, it was a whole 100% fucked up day, like every other birthday with him alive was. So yeah, wasn't fun. So I was not in a mood to deal with anything. And then he sends me that message. I'm like, all right, fine. You want to be that way? Then you're not going to be in the realm anymore. And when I did that, I made a point that the next time I went live, I'm going to make an example out of you. I I'm good to my friends, but when they decide to flat out betray me and be a total douchebag over it, not only are you not going to have your way, but you're gonna be made to regret that decision.
Yeah. I bet he. I. Has he ever shown up again
Kind
after
of
that?
hard, kind of hard when you're banned. I nuked everything. As one of my exes told me when I started talking to her, uh, some people burn a bridge. I use napalm. There is no bridge to rebuild. There's nothing left. So when I get to the point that I've been betrayed like that, die basically. There's no fixing that relationship. You fucked it up. So I'm at the point where I give people one chance to prove who they are, and you better not use it for a joke until we get to know each other, because that's going to be your one impression.
Yeah.
That's why Trust Falls exists, because we've had people invited into the realm that wanted to
Oh,
make,
in case trust falls, I get it.
yeah, like make something of themselves, try and make me out to be something I'm not, and screw with people I care about. So yeah, that does not fly and will not fly and is never going to happen again. Not if
I'm
I have
curious, what
anything to
was
say
your
about it.
thought about me when I joined Trust Falls? When I went 13,000 blocks away, or 13, yeah, 13,000.
It was 30, dude.
Oh, 30,000.
I literally have a video that for some reason doesn't have your audio recorded. That is from villager to pillager or builder to pillager in 30k blocks. Yeah, and that was just my end of the audio because I wasn't using the overlay on our conversation.
Oh, that's sad. So it really does sound like you're losing your mind.
Yeah, it
That
does.
is funny.